All right, let's talk about dividing polynomials. I'm going to show you two methods, polynomial long division and synthetic division. And why would you want to divide polynomials? They help you find the factors of a polynomial. So it's useful for factoring and also verifying if you have a root of a polynomial. All right, let's start out with an example. Find the quotient and the remainder using long division. So you write this down like regular long division with numbers. Now, you may notice that there's no x squared term, so I'm going to put a placeholder here, 0 times x squared. All right, so we just look at the leading coefficient and say, what do I have to multiply x by to get x squared? To get x cubed, and that would be x squared. So I'm going to write it above the x squared term, and then I multiply it out. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times -1 is minus x squared, and you write it under the matching term. And then we subtract, so don't forget to distribute this minus sign. X cubed minus x cubed is 0. 0x squared minus negative x squared is going to be positive x squared. Then we bring down the rest. Then we look at the leading term. And I say, what do I have to multiply x by to get x squared? And that would be x. So we write it over the appropriate term. So we'll multiply x by x minus 1, and I get x squared minus 1x. And we subtract the whole thing. Don't forget to distribute that minus. So x squared minus x squared is 0. Negative 7x plus 1x is negative 6x. And then what do I multiply x by to get negative 6x? That would be negative 6. That's negative 6x. Negative 6 times -1 is plus 6. And we subtract the whole thing. And the remainder is 0. So this is my quotient, and this is my remainder. If the remainder is 0, that means that x minus 1 is a factor of your original polynomial. Let me write that down for you. So if x minus 1 is a factor of x cubed minus 7x plus 6, we can write it as x minus 1 times our quotient. And you may be able to factor that one in your head. This is just going to be x plus 3 times x minus 2. Let's try another. All right, so we can use long division to answer this question. Is x minus 3 a factor of 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5? And if I were you, I would hit the pause button and try this one on your own. All right, so when we're writing this polynomial, do we need any placeholders? And the answer is yes, because there's no x term. So we just write 0 times x as a placeholder. Then we look at the leading coefficient and we ask, what do I have to multiply x by to get 2x cubed? And that would be 2x squared. And I write that over the x squared term. And then we multiply it out. We get 2x cubed minus 6x squared, and subtract the whole thing, being careful to distribute the minus. So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. Negative 7x squared and positive 6x squared gives us negative 1x squared. And we bring down the rest. And I ask, what do I multiply x by to get negative x squared? And that would just be negative 1x. And we'll write it over the x term. And don't forget to subtract the whole thing. So make sure you distribute that minus. So negative x squared and plus x squared makes 0. 0x minus 3x gives us negative 3x, and bring down the plus 5. What do I multiply x by to get negative 3x? That would be negative 3. Subtract. Don't forget to distribute that negative. So we end up with a remainder of negative 4. So my answer is, so we've taken this polynomial and divided it by x minus 3. So this is my answer. But because the remainder is not equal to 0, the answer to the question, is x minus 3 a factor, is no. All right, let's try synthetic division. All right, so for synthetic division, we're just going to write the coefficients of this problem. And here, we got 2, negative 7, and the 0 for the x term, and 5. And then here, we're not going to put the negative 3, we put positive 3. So the number that makes this equal to 0. Right, so you bring down the 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And then we just add negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Add 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Add. And this is our remainder. Since we divided x cubed by x, this is 2x squared minus 1x minus 3 plus negative 4 over x minus 3. All right, let's use synthetic division to find the quotient and remainder of x cubed minus 7x plus 6 over x minus 1. So I would hit pause and try this one on your own. All right, so again, it's missing a term. There's no x squared term, so you have to put a placeholder. And then here in the divisor, we don't put negative 1, we put positive 1. So it's the opposite. We bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 6 and 1, negative 7 and 1 makes negative 6. 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. Negative 6 and negative 6 make 0. We divided x cubed by x, so this is 1x squared plus x minus 6. So x cubed minus 7x plus 6 is x squared plus x minus 6 times x minus 1. X minus 1 is a factor because the remainder is 0. Now you might be asking yourself, why don't we use synthetic division for everything? Because it's so nice. You can only use synthetic division when you're dividing by something like x plus or minus a number. So if it was 2x or anything else, you cannot use synthetic division. Let me write that down. All right, so synthetic division can only be used when the divisor is of the form x minus c. And c can be a positive or negative number. If you're wondering why they put x minus c, well, c is the number that goes there.